Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to make this sick growl. So this growl is actually from my last song that I just released, Orbit. If you guys haven't already listened to that, it's on my YouTube channel and my SoundCloud page, so go check that out. But anyways, let's just jump right into this. So it's a very simple growl actually. Let me just turn off all the effects on the post and we'll just jump right into Serum. So first of all, this is how it's going to sound just in Serum. So here I've got basic shapes and I've set it to sine wave, and I've got FM from A on, so that sine wave is being modulated by this Monster 7 wavetable here, and that is controlled by LFO5, which is sort of in this semicircle shape. As well, this LFO is actually modulating the cutoff of this high notch filter and the frequency of the filter. As well, I've got LFO1 on the wavetable position of Monster 7, and then in the effects here, I've got hyperdimension, which LFO2 is actually controlling. I've got distortion turned up most of the way, and I've got an OTT on. So anyways, that part's pretty simple. Yeah, so let's just start with the auto filter. So first of all, I've got the filter frequency mapped to this macro here, which is just called frequency, and I'm modulating that in this sort of shape here. I've got this EQ8 here, just pushing up the high end. Got a vocoder, of course, pretty standard settings going on here. A phaser, which is pretty essential, and 2 OTTs here. And already, it's sounding pretty great. What I did do is turn on a gate here, because later on, when I turn on all the rest of the OTTs, everything can get sort of crazy with all these artifacts and stuff. And for the song, I didn't really want all those artifacts. So I turned that on, and then I turned on dynamic tube, cranked up the drive all the way, turn on saturator, another OTT, a saturator, and a phaser here, and another gate. But as you can hear, the low end is getting so crazy, so I had to turn on an EQ8 here to cut out some of the low end. And that sounds pretty clean again. So I turn on another OTT, another EQ8, which again, I was just cutting out more low end, more harsh frequencies, and another OTT. I think there's like 5 OTTs in the post plus 1 in Serum, so that's like 6 OTTs on this growl. Anyways, then I turn on utility to turn off the volume as soon as the growl ends, so I don't get any more artifacts, because I was just getting a ton of them. Another EQ8 here, same sort of thing as before, another saturator, another phaser, and I think I've set all the phasers to 1 kilohertz, which is the default setting. And then I've got a glue compressor. Okay, so I would play this for you at this point, but my CPU just dies every single time. Like, the growl just sounds like this. So yeah, I'm not going to do that. So the threshold's sort of set back to about negative 15 decibels, and then you get 5 decibels of compression, which is usually what you want. Turn on soft clip, makeup, and yeah. I actually turned on a limiter for this one, and just pushed up the gain a little bit, and turned the ceiling down to about negative 0.5, and then just put a brick wall on the low end here, and an ozone imager just to control how stereo this is, and I actually turned it up. On the end, I actually put a bit of reverb just for the song to make it sound a little bit more integrated into the song, but you can definitely go without that. So altogether, this is what the bass sounds like. Oh wait, actually I have to freeze it first.
2,000 years later.
Alright, after finally freezing it, this is what it sounds like. And then what you can do to make variations in this sort of bass is just do different automations with the frequency. As you can see here in the automation lane, I've done a completely different shape than the first one, so this one sounds different. That frequency macro basically just controls the overall character of the bass, so you can totally change it. And then of course there's pitch automation on this, which I should have shown you before, and every single time that sort of just goes up at the beginning and then sort of falls, which is sort of standard for growls. Anyways, I think I'm gonna leave you guys the rack for this bass in the description. Hope you guys learned something about making growl basses. I didn't want to give away all the secrets, but I hope you guys sort of learned something. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one.